Okay, if you're watching this, everything is good. Let's just skip the checks and just get on with it, alright? We need to talk. And don't ask me why I have Fantano up here, alright? Get this. So this is the 5th time I've had to re-record this video because new information keeps coming up that is relevant about the topic of this video, and I'm just... it's a good thing that there's finally a good amount of communication from the devs and whatnot, and I hope they keep it up and all, but like, just for like an hour while I record, please just shut up and let me talk, alright? You probably aren't hearing me right now. I don't even know who I'm talking to, alright? But thank you. So, Krunker has been falling off recently, alright? We all know that. I don't need to explain why the game has been losing players and the community's on a decline and whatever. From the get-go, I wasn't nearly as pessimistic of this game as other people were, but even I had to admit that it was just falling off. In fact, the last update that they had, at least before this one, which we're gonna get to that in a bit, but the last update they had was this one, alright, and it's measly to say the least, just like all the other updates pretty much. All the way back in May of 2022, roughly 5 months ago, it was announced that Krunker has been acquired by FRVR. So like these guys right here. I made a video about it at first and my concerns and my questions, I guess, and it's been 5 months since then and I still have no idea who these guys are. Alright, and that's not like an ego sort of thing, alright? Like I just never heard of them before. And apparently they are kind of a big deal because they have like millions of dollars of valuation and they have a whole bunch of games and success and whatever, and their team is significantly larger than Krunker's, but at the same time, like, what exactly are they known for that, you know, that pertains to Krunker, alright? Besides like mobile development. Like there were a lot of questions surrounding the FRVR acquisition, and a lot of the animosity between the community and the game has been targeted sort of at FRVR, saying that they ruined the game or something. From what I've heard, from what has been told to us recently, let's see if I can even find it. Here you go. Wake up, devs. Where are you? Did FRVR do something? Wink twice if they've kidnapped you, but update the frickin' game. It feels like the game hasn't received an update in year, alright? Krunker gets billing. And this came out like 10 days ago. And people have pretty much already had this say about it, like, when it first came out, up to like 2 days later. But then after everyone had long since moved on from this post and forgotten about it, High Noon just came out and gave this little tidbit of information. A little bit of foreshadowing, as we call it. I anticipate some announcements within the next couple of weeks, but I will share some things for now. The last 5 months, you guys have seen the acquisition of Krunker by FRVR, and a couple months before that was planning by Sydney for the acquisition. Please understand we only had a few people working on programming the game, with Sydney handling business, so it turns out he wasn't missing in action at all. Updates had to be slowed down, so yeah, it took them 5 months to figure things out. Getting onto right now, the last 5 months for us was mostly getting to know the people at FR, so basically figuring things out, like I said. I personally feel like everything is settling and our teams are more like one team, alright? That's good, alright? That's good to hear. And this was all my video was going to be about. So I recorded the video here and I went to sleep, only to wake up to this. Which, we'll get to this, but before we get to this, let's cover the update that came with it, alright, because it's the easiest pill to swallow, and that's only because it's so small. Added Big Head Party Mode. Hacker tagged accounts are no longer able to be logged into, so like what they should have done from the beginning. Sky Domes load 45% faster. Apparently Sky Domes were an issue or something. You are less likely to join almost ending matches now. Thank God, alright. Added time remaining to server list, that's also pretty cool. Added new badges, alright. Now I've heard some things about these new badges, let me see. Yeah, they're still advertising the fucking Weeaboo bundle. So they added new badges, these gratitude and these map maker badges, alright. I'm kind of curious as to what these are exactly. I mean, they don't have any descriptions, at least not the map makers, but yeah, those are a thing. So yeah, that was the update, and that's all they could figure out to do in like a month, so that's cool. Oh, what the f***? Are you serious? This was the big announcement that I guess he was referring to when he mentioned it here. And it's a lot, alright? Message from the Krunker team. We want to thank everyone who has stuck with us after content has slowed down. Joining forces with FRVR has taken a lot of effort on its own. With Krunker and FRVR becoming one team, more progress can be made towards a new season, more content and better communication with our content creators and game makers. Our goal with Season 6, alright, so there is going to be Season 6 apparently, is to make a commitment to the existing Krunker community that has been with us for years now, without sharing too many details yet. Some emphasis will be made towards older configurations / content people enjoyed in the past, while keeping things new and exciting. We will be reaching out to content creators and game makers for communication / feedback. At this point, I've already reached out to him, and literally in the middle of recording, he messaged me back. Alright, so that's cool. If you're a CC or a game maker, please don't hesitate to reach out to Noon or myself. Okay, so Sydney's apparently written this. We recognize the importance of competitive play in a game like Krunker, but we weren't happy with the previous ranked implementations, which is why it's not available right now. We're currently looking into more options, whether it's another third party or something in-house. So they're at least addressing that the competitive scene is completely destroyed after Faceit just pulled out, which that's good, but I mean at the same time it's like move over Nintendo. Krunker ranked is a new bastion of disappointment. Alright, you know what I mean? Since competitive play and pretty much everything in the game really is reliant on core gameplay being solid, targeting performance and gameplay related problems will be a priority. This would include experimental observations, private testing with users to collect feedback, and finding more efficient engines / frameworks / etc. So they're literally talking about building the game from the ground up, which, considering that FRVR is actually pretty good with optimizations, there you go. I do think they can do pretty good if they do decide to build it from the ground up. At least that's my understanding of it. There's targets to meet with performance now, unlike before. Our QA team is now checking all updates for gameplay issues, code bugs, and code optimizations. Sorry there's not a lot of details about Season 6 content. Keep an eye out for updates and leaks for that. Alright. Okay, there's a TLDR here. Alright. TLDR, Season 6 coming before 2023. Alright, that's a promise. Alright, I'm holding you guys to that. Alright, better CC and map maker communication, ranked, resurrection, A, and the Mao. Alright, cool. So, that was a lot. Alright, that was a lot. So the Krunker Twitter account, which has been pretty much dormant since the last update, pretty much, they came back and did a giveaway, which is like, really? After a month, this is all you say? And then they introduced, like, I guess, I don't know, a horror... Is this a teaser or something? I don't know. And then they released the update, and then foreshadowing, and then this. They cross-posted the Discord announcement onto here, and that's Reddit terminology for you. To say this has gotten some responses is quite an understatement, alright? First off is Cilia, who, by the way, Silly, if you're seeing this, hi, how you doing? My goofy aunt uncle hit me in the back of the head with a frying pan and I'm paralyzed from the waist up. Yeah. He basically asked for Krunker to, like, revive its YouTube channel with, like, top clips of the week, top moments, stuff like that. Maybe some more focus on, like, map makers and stuff, I don't know. And Krunker responded that starting this Friday, so I guess I better get this out by then, we'll be uploading clip of the week and other videos to YouTube and Cringe Talk. But besides that, some people are saying, like, sounds pretty good, just keep the comms coming, that's good. Bro, did someone actually make an NFT of a clown emoji? What the oh, okay, it's just a regular thing. Bro, that's actually kind of genius. They had me in the first half, not gonna lie. But then you have people like this, who say that they really hate to say it, but you guys are seriously too late. And while I'm not personally as pessimistic as this, can you really blame him? I mean, this is the kind of update I expect to hear like 3 months ago, and not like 5 months later after the acquisition was announced, alright? Also, apparently they're having a new map competition or a game competition or whatever for mobile games with the Krunker editor, which I'm probably gonna sit out of that one because I have no idea how to make Krunker maps for mobile. The most I can really do is like a keyboard overlay and like teleporting people places, and clearly the overlay isn't even allowed here, so yeah. And yeah, that's where we are today. There's also the DM that Noon came up with, which I'm not going to show the DM to you, but what I can say is that there seems to be a lot in store for map makers, alright? All of this sounds very good, alright? This announcement really does spark a little bit of optimism. Cautious optimism, of course. My only real question is, can they keep this up? And that's where I kind of just get back to reality and start feeling a little concerned, because there was a lot of talk recently, a lot of events, a new event, a whole ass new event, if you can load. And yet the update that came with all this is just, it has a bunch of really good stuff. Everything here is good, but like, I don't know, like it just seems kind of paltry. Doesn't exactly inspire confidence. Like we waited an entire month for this. I don't know how else to say it. Like, here's the thing, alright? I really want this game to be successful, alright? I wouldn't be where I am today without this game. I wouldn't have accomplished what I have without this game, alright? But the thing is, the game is just, it's falling apart. It's seeing the lowest numbers it's ever seen, and all the content creators like Sorable and even Cilio have left. And who can blame them when the views for Krunker have been getting so low, alright? For the longest time, I've honestly been kind of not exactly pessimistic. Like, I never thought the game was dying, but it was definitely in dire straits, and that's saying a lot considering some of the dire straits it's been in the past. And with the FRVR acquisition, I had some curiosity as to how things would change, and I almost lost patience. Alright, you're cutting it kind of close, guys. That's all I'm saying. But this update, this announcement, and everything that's going on with the communication, it's a welcome change at the very least, and hopefully they can keep it up. But at the same time, you guys have your work cut out for you. Alright, I'll just leave it at that.